All right. Good morning, guys. It is Friday, January. I don't even know the date on this thing. Today we're January the 10th. Guys, welcome. I am doing today's YouTube live from my truck. Just got out of a meeting with my kid at his middle school, and I'm going to wait for some people to join us. But let's talk about the last 5 days that we have for ACA open enrollment. Okay. So, ACA open enrollment, guys, we are OEP will shut down 5 days from now. So, you've got until then to continue writing as many people into ACA as you can. Everybody that we're writing right now is going to have an effective date of January the 1st. Okay. So I'd focus on getting as many people in as possible. I think that's a huge priority. Cross-selling, I'd probably back off a little bit on the cross-selling. Wait until the year is complete or the OEP finishes, and then we can go into heavy cross-selling. I use Agent CRM, my preferred tool. In fact, Ivan, if you want to share that link, please, on Agent CRM. Agent CRM is a tool. Let me get the chat going here. See if we've got any comments. Nope, no comments. Okay. I can't, Ivan, just FYI, I don't know if you're listening. I cannot see the comments. If we have anybody joining us. Okay. But anyway, okay, perfect. Thank you, Ivan. All right. So, as far as cross-selling, maintaining the book of business, how I utilize Agent CRM to make that happen. Here is what I do, guys. Okay. So the first thing that I do is this. So inside the CRM, first of all, if you don't, well, let's do this. Maybe you don't even know what a CRM is and why you need to have it. So a CRM is a communication tool. Okay. It allows you to communicate with any contact that you enter. You may be thinking, well, what's the big deal? I can just call my people or text them from my phone. Okay, yeah, you can do that. But at some point, when you build a big book of business, it's going to be way too hard for you to do. Okay, so what the CRM does for us is we enter every client, every lead gets entered as a contact. Then they as they get added as a contact, they are given a label which is based on the product that they have bought from us. Maybe auto insurance, home insurance, their commercial, life insurance, ACA, Medicare, dental, life, whatever it may be. We label them so that we know what they have and don't have. Okay. So since we're talking about ACA, let's say that I have my insured John and I wrote him with Aetna. So I would add John's first name, last name, cell phone number, and email. Then what I would do is I would label John that I sold him an ACA policy and I sold him a policy with Aetna. Okay, you're like, okay, well, awesome, great. You did that. Now what? Well, because I did that, part of the process, if I didn't indicate that I sold him dental and vision, if I didn't indicate that I sold him a life insurance policy or an auto or a home, if John doesn't have those labels, then what happens is part of the beauty of the CRM is that it automatically starts sending John emails and text messages. These are called workflows. These are workflows that I have already created that will send John, hey John, you've been enrolled with Aetna, and here, congratulations, you should be receiving your cards in a couple of weeks. If you don't, call me. We send him an email and a text letting them know that he should download the Aetna app on the phone. That way he can self-service himself. He can pull up, he can check the network, he can check the formulary, he can check his claims, he can even pay his bill. Do everything on the phone without having to bother me. Okay. So he can do all that. So he can make that happen. Um, so then it'll send them throughout the year. It's going to be sending him messages, okay, letting them know that he's got Aetna, that everything is doing doing fine, and then he's going to be cross-sold. He's going to be given messages that will say, "Hey, John, let you know your ACA plan does not have dental and vision. We've got a dental and vision carrier that we like to use. Here it is. Um, we can, all kinds of stuff. They can. Part of that message is letting him know that. Oh, I'm getting a ton of messages. Okay, letting them know that the that he doesn't have those products, and that if he's interested in getting them, we send him a link to see if he can self-enroll or he can get a hold of us. Then the next month we let him know, hey, you don't have life insurance. That's the most important policy you should have. Okay, great. We hit him up with that kind of stuff. We let him know constantly. We're just working him all year long. The way this is happening is I'm not having to manually do it. I have created workflows inside of the CRM that automatically do that. Wow, I saw that little, I don't know what that was, but pretty cool. The little bubble that popped up. Ivan, did you see that? I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know how that happened. Okay, but workflows are created that automatically do that. Now, John thinks I'm sending him that message directly to him, and he thinks he's like special. Hey, Luis is texting me. Okay, awesome. All right, so that's what a workflow is. So the other deal is if you do not have a CRM, and let's say you're like, I don't need to do that. I can text them from my phone. I can, um, I can call them. Okay, well, guess what? How are you going to save all those text messages? How are you going, if you need to pull them up, you have to pull up a history of a conversation that you had with somebody. If you got 10 clients, yeah, maybe you can save them all. We got over 5,000 ACA clients. How in the hell am I going to save all that information? Plus, do I really want them texting my cell phone? Okay, no. Everything is saved inside the CRM and it's timestamped. Text messages, emails. You can even call the client through the CRM and it'll save that conversation. So if you need to pull it up down the road because they're accusing you of doing something, well, you can pull up that recording and send it to them and tell them to shut up. Okay, so if you don't have a CRM, Ivan is posting that right now. Hey, get a CRM. Okay, all right. So we're done with ACA, guys. Giddy up, write as much as you can, and then after ACA OEP ends, at that point, it is back to, it's not game over, guys. I will tell you that it is not game over. Okay, but what happens now is you have to use other special elections to enroll people, and there's plenty of them. Okay, all right. Let's get into Medicare. We are in Medicare OEP. We're going to be posting the video soon of this ultimate Medicare OEP reference guide that I have created. It tells you in this guide everything that an insured who's on Medicare can do and what you as an agent can do. So I will tell you this just in a nutshell. Number one, it is as far as an agent, you cannot market Medicare OEP. You cannot. You can't go out there and create a sign, an ad, a post, whatever that says, hey, we are in OEP. Contact me. I can help you enroll. I can help you change your plans. I can help. You cannot market OEP. It's a silent election. Okay. So it's not the ACA OEP, it's the Medicare OEP. Okay. So what can you do in this Medicare OEP? It is a election for Medicare Advantage only. Okay. It is not AEP, which means that if somebody does not have an Advantage plan, you cannot utilize OEP. Okay. So what I mean by that, is OEP. If somebody has a Medicare Advantage, an MAPD, or maybe an MA only plan, they can make changes to another plan. Okay, that's it. If they have a MedSup and a PDP, or maybe original Medicare and just a PDP, and they want to get an MA, they cannot do it. So they can go from an MA only to an MA, another MA, or another MAPD. So they can flip flop. One time election, and that's it. Number two, they can get off an MA or an MAPD and go to original Medicare and get a PDP. Here is the problem, guys. Okay, this is the biggest issue. And I get an email, a text every year from an agent that says, Luis, how can I fix my screw up? Here's the screw up that a lot of agents do. They take somebody who's on an MA plan because the client is not happy with it. They want a MedSup and a PDP. Fine, awesome. So they utilize OEP. They get them into original Medicare. They get a PDP for them, and now they go and apply for a MedSup. Okay, they go and apply for a MedSup, and because there's no enrollment season for MedSup, they have to go through underwriting unless they just turned 65 or are within 6 months of Part B, that Part B effective date. So now they go through underwriting on a MedSup, and it gets declined. Now you're screwed. Okay, now you're scrambling to find a MedSup. The problem is that a lot of the MedSups use the same. Um, um, a lot of the MedSups use. Give me 1 minute, guys. A lot of the MedSups have the same underwriting question, so they're going to get denied here. They're going to get denied there, and now you're screwed. Now, pretty much, your senior is subject to all the original Medicare costs, which are Part A deductible, $1,676. Okay. Part A deductible. Okay. Part B deductible. Well, and let's go back to the Part A deductible. That thing is a benefit period deductible. They can have 6 of them in 1 year. Totally screwed that senior. Number two. Oh, now I know how I'm getting that little bubble. Number two. Okay. Let me see if I do this. Let's see if it gives me a thumb down, because that's not a good thing. Okay, number two. Oh, yeah, there's a thumbs down. I'm learning. Two is, let's see what happens here. Second thing is they're subject to an annual Part B deductible. That's not too big, 257 bucks. The problem with Part B is you have a 20% coinsurance that they're on the hook for without any cap. Come on. Let's see if it gives me my little, there you go. Not a good thing, guys. So make sure, here's my pro tip for you guys. Make sure that you get the MedSup approved first before you take them off an MAPD. All right, Ivan, let's go with that question that was just posted. I saw it and then it went away. Okay, Timothy, I'm switching industries and want to get into ACA. Is it realistic to sell full-time from the start? Hell yes, it is. Now, I will tell you this, it is not easy. If you're just getting into the business, you are going to miss the open enrollment. No big deal. You can still sell plenty outside of open enrollment, but you got to prepare yourself. Okay, so if you're getting into this industry without being in the industry, number one, you're going to have to go get your license. Okay, get your life and health. Number two, you're going to have to go get E&O. Email me if you, well, you know what? I'll just tell everybody. There's a bunch of E&O companies. E&O is your errors and your omissions insurance. You cannot get contracted with insurance companies without that. So you're going to need to go get E&O. The one that I've used that's the least expensive for new agents is NAPA Benefits. NAPA benefits.org, I think. Just Google it. You'll find it. It's about maybe $600 a year for your E&O, which is dirt cheap. Okay. Then after you do you have your license, you have your E&O. Then the third thing is we start contracting. Okay. Depending on your state, you may be in a federal state or you may be in a state-based exchange. If you're in a federal state, you will do contracting in one place, portal.cms.gov. Okay. If you're in a state-based exchange like Georgia, California, Colorado, I think we're up to about 20 states that are state-based exchanges. Those individual states will have their own certification. Okay. So you do your certification. That's number three. And then number four is you start getting contracts. Okay. Now, if you don't have somebody you're going to partner with, Timothy, I'd love to have you. Email me. Ivan will post my email right now. We will get you contracted. So you're going to want to get all the carriers in your state or the state that you plan on selling if you're going to do multiple states. Okay, there's my email at the bottom, guys. I will also set you up with Emeritus Dental and Vision. And then I will set you up with Allstate Health Solutions, which is the indemnity plan that I use for ACA. I'll get you set up with those three. And then you may be wondering, well, when am I going to get training? I'm not going to leave you hanging, Timothy. We will do training. In fact, my first training class starts February. So I have a 5-week ACA course. Okay. And I recycle. So I'll do 5 weeks. They're all recorded. You get to watch them. Then I come back and I do another 5 weeks and I keep doing this until October. When we start the selling season again, I kind of check out and I get off training. I also have a course that I sell. Ivan, can you post a link? Let's just say you already have a partner. Here's the problem with a lot of organizations. In fact, I got a call this morning from a guy. I'm like, dude, talk to your upline. He's like, they suck. They don't want to provide any help. I'm like, well, you're with the wrong upline. I'm like, but you want me to help you? Well, I gotta get compensated. I mean, I don't work for free. I don't have a trust fund. Okay. So I will train you, but I also have a course that you can purchase. Ivan, put the Thinkific site on here if you can, if you don't mind. And so if you're gonna go work with somebody and they really don't have a good program, but and then I don't know why you're gonna go over there anyway. I'll help you with training. You can buy my course and go that route. All right, so Timothy, we'd be glad to help you out. Ivan, do we have another question? Post your questions, guys. I'd be glad to answer them. I'm going to move into the next topic, which, get ready. The next topic sucks. Leads. Ah, man, I didn't even see this message, man. Do you sell leads too? No. Here's the deal. The lead game is completely changing this month. Okay, so if you're out there buying leads from a lead vendor, I have no idea how they're going to function. The lead deal is going to completely change going forward. So probably the best way is for you to self-generate your own leads. So we've got two partners that we're working with. We'll give you access to both of them, but you've got two lead vendors. Okay. You're going to have to run your own ads and capture your own leads. The game of these lead vendors where they go and run leads and then they sell them to multiple agents is gone. They're probably going to have to run exclusive type of stuff, and that's going to be expensive. It's probably going to be a lot easier for you guys to self-generate your own leads. So this is how we train agents. So you can buy the lead course and learn how to run your own leads on Facebook and Instagram. We're going to be bringing lead gen for you guys on YouTube and TikTok. So you go run stuff on there to learn how to generate your own leads. Perfect. Okay. Or I have one of the two social media guys that I'm going to use. He has a white glove service, which is what I'm doing now because I don't have time. I'm an insurance guy. I don't worry. I just want the leads to come in. I'll pay for them, and I want to work them. That's what we should be doing. So if you want white glove service, he's going to have this where this is all they do. You pay him a sum of money, you pay for the advertising, you get leads, and then you do your thing. Sell insurance. But if you want to be the do-it-all person, perfect. Now, there's a link also. Well, I'll talk about the community here in a minute. So also important that um, you start doing grassroots, the free stuff. Now, free in the sense that it doesn't cost you financially, but it's going to cost you in other ways. Marketing to doctors, marketing, running seminars, maybe, going out there and putting yard signs, maybe going to open air flea markets. You're getting out there in the community and marketing. So I have training. I have even videos on my channel that talk about grassroots marketing. But that's also, I have a feeling here going forward, that's going to be vital for you guys. You're going to want to do some grassroots marketing. Ivan, do we have another question? If not, I'm going to jump into the community. All right, Lady Vay. Luis, what's up? You have mentioned SCP. Have you mentioned SEPs for ACA? I have not. I know Medicare has changed SEPs for Medicare recipients. Yes. So I will talk about special elections. So SEPs are special election periods. They're ways to get your clients into a plan. Now, let's do Medicare first. 2025, they got rid of a popular SEP, and that was LIS. Damn it. I really, really hate. Let me get that little thumbs down on this thing. I really, really hate that they did that. So there you go. We cannot use LIS going forward. We can use all the other SCPs for Medicare, like disaster, like a relocation. They change zip codes. They can't move from apartment A to apartment B. They have to change zip codes. 5-star, chronic. You guys should know in the Medicare world, the dual election has changed. Now it's Heidi and Fighty. Highly integrated, dual eligible. Fighty stands for, I can't remember what the F is for, but either way, one is fully integrated, one is partially integrated, and you're going to have to match Medicaid administrators to Medicare dual plans, completely changing how the dual market works. If you're not in the dual market, then it's just business as usual. Okay. Now, SEPs for ACA. So there's a whole bunch of SEPs for ACA. The most popular one that we use is loss of coverage. Okay. So after OEP shuts down, the most popular one is going to be loss of coverage. You can have relocation. There is a permanent SCP for people that are low income. So I have a Smartbook that I sell, guys. ACA and Medicare, English and Spanish. In my ACA Smartbook, I have the federal poverty chart. Okay, it's page 3, right after the table of contents. In that entire federal poverty level chart, I have a section highlighted that indicates the income that qualifies for the low income SCP, which is an SCP that you can use all year long. You can use it every single month. So we're going to have loss of coverage, low income SCP, relocation, life changes. Okay, a divorce, a death, a marriage, having a child. So there's going to be a whole bunch of SEPs. I promise you this, Lady Vay, I will be coming back with more training on SCPs. Ivan, will you make a note? I think we need to shoot some videos on ACA special elections that can be utilized, and then also Medicare special elections that can be utilized. Great question. All right, guys, that link that Ivan has right here, a couple of things that you can do. I sell the ACA 101 course. Use that link and go get it. I have my Smartbooks, okay, on here. Go to this link that you're seeing on the screen, and you can buy my Smartbooks. They're like reference manuals. Just one of those things, guys. I think every agent should have it, because otherwise you're always looking for crap. Well, and that's how I built this thing. I had all these different stuff that I'd go look, and I just put them into this big binder, and eventually I got a little smarter. Hence, I called them the ACA Smart Book, the Medicare Smart Book, and I update them every single year with the latest and greatest. Okay. All right. So down at the bottom, guys, you see this thing scrolling that says the community. So I created the community, and it's a community for ACA and Medicare agents. In here, what we do is, maybe you are an independent agent signed up directly. Maybe you have an upline that sucks and they don't want to help you, but you want to stay there for whatever stupid reason. Okay. Or maybe you can't get out of it. Who knows, whatever it is. But in the community, you get support and training. So we are bringing speakers. We are helping you with quotes. We're doing what I do for my agents in the community, even though you're not my agent. So come join us in the community, guys. It's $50 a month. I got to make a little money, okay? But it's $50 a month. It's not bad. I will tell you, if you spend $600 in that entire year, I promise you, with what we're doing in there and what we're sharing, you're going to sell a new to Medicare. You're going to sell 2 heads in ACA for sure to make that return on the investment. I mean, it's just, if you don't, then, there's just, plus you get support. And yesterday I did a video on the community on Medicare OEP, and I shared the guide with you guys in that community, and I did a video explaining how Medicare OEP works. So if you don't have that community to be part of, if you're in an island all by yourself with nobody to bounce ideas off, nobody to ask questions, come join us there, because I'm really doing a lot in there. I feel obligated to do a lot in there because I'm getting paid. So come join us there. Ivan, any other questions? All right, Timothy, is it better to run ads and sell ACAs in many states or just your own? So is it better? I don't know. Okay. So I would always suggest first start in your state. Here's the problem with ads, and we're trying to figure out how we're going to handle this. But social media ads, at least in Facebook, you're not going to have the ability to focus on your state. You're going to have to run national. Well, you're like, okay, well, what's the problem? Well, the problem with that is, what if you're not set up in all these other states and you start getting leads? Now you're wasting money. So that's why we're trying to bring you YouTube and TikTok. All right. So, can you sell in as many states? Yes, you can. We've tried it. We didn't do too good in those states. So what we did is we decided, let's just focus on Texas, where I'm from, and we have plenty of business here. So I would always say, as a new agent, start in your backyard first, and then expand to other states. So it's just hard to say. Okay. How much is the ACA, Ivan? I think it's $249, $299. Dude, I don't know. But all you got to do is sell 1 head. I promise you. Nova Romeo. I don't know. God, it's a hard name to say. Nova Rioma. Maybe that's it. Okay. So the ACA course is the course that I put all my agents to. Okay. Somewhere to 249. There we go. $249, which means you just got to sell 1 head. One. That course totally sucks, which it doesn't, because I made it myself. Okay. But if all that it does is it allows you to sell one head, then you broke even. There you go. Any other comments, Ivan? Okay. Luis, I emailed you last week. Oh, hey, set us free. Thank you. The course is worth it. Hell yeah. I know it's worth it. Okay. LIA Brokers Group. Luis, I emailed you last week. Oops. Yeah, man, I get a ton of emails. I try to follow up. Okay. And if I didn't, I try to help here. I'm sure you get a ton of emails. Yes, I do. For the link to the banners and tablecloths, what is the name of the webpage? You know what? I'm going to share it with you right now. Okay. Her name is Christy. Okay. And okay, here we go. So I'm going to share the email. Okay, Ivan, can you type it in here, please, so that they can see it? I don't want to give her cell phone because women get a little squirrely with that. But here is her email. It is her name, Christy, CHRISTY at Q2 Promotions. So just the letter Q, 2 Promotions with an S at the end, .com. Okay, Christy at Q2promotions.com. Perfect. So send her an email. Tell her, hey, I'm contacting you from, with Luis. Here's what happens. All the stuff that we created, a lot of these companies want to charge you like a fee to create, like a creation fee. Well, you don't have to pay that because we already created. So you just pay for whatever you're going to order. She's got tablecloths, rack cards, business cards, uh, pull-up banners. She's got the street where you have a spear or a rod, you stick it in, and it's like a wavy flag that's out. You have an office. Got lots of stuff out there. So connect with her. She'll help you out. Okay, and she'll ship nationwide. Okay, so that's who I use for creating our stuff. Thank you, Luis. All right, what else we got, Ivan? All right, we may not have any other comments, guys. I'm running this from my vehicle as I'm out of the office. So business as usual, guys. 5 days for ACA open enrollment. Medicare open enrollment ends March 31st. Okay, we can help a lot of our seniors. Okay, and so don't forget about the ACA open enrollment. And then Ivan just posted the link to the community. Guys, link to the community. Come join us. If you are in an island by yourself, hey, we're giving great support in there. I mean, I get an email when somebody does a post. I mean, we are on it. Okay. I don't want you to be left there hanging. Okay. And then finally, guys, I'm going to close off with this. I'm trying to grow my channel. If I could ask you to help me out, if you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're not, please subscribe. But share me with your colleagues out there. Okay. Everything that I do on this channel, I'm posting ACA and Medicare. And usually it's agent questions. I can't think of a lot of stuff, but I get hit with so many questions and there's so many changes happening in our industry that when there's something significant or a new question, I go and I post it on this YouTube channel. So help me out here. Also, what I'm going to be doing is helping you guys. Ivan, let's make a note of this. Let's create maybe like a job aid on how to help an agent do two things. Number one, how to if they want to go from an individual license to an LLC. So I had a couple agents ask me, hey, how do I do that? So let's go in there and let's create a workflow for helping somebody with an LLC. Okay. There's advantages, disadvantages, tax advantages, legal protections. You may want to do that. Okay. So let's do that one. Number two is let's create a job aid on how to help a an agent create maybe a Facebook business page. maybe a TikTok business page, and how to create a YouTube channel. They may think that it is kind of out there that, oh, I can't do that. We figured it out and we're just like you guys, but it does take a lot of work. So um, let's see if we can do videos on how to help people do that stuff. All right. Set us free. Can you answer a question? Hell yeah, I can. Go right ahead. And then this will be the last questions that I have to roll. I'll email you. Oh, yes, perfect. Send me an email, Luis at 360insurancegroup.com. I'll help you out here. Appreciate it. But you know what? If you just want to ask it right now, why not? Come on, bring it. I'm going to do what I shouldn't be doing, and that is drive and do this. You're going to be like, oh, I'm going to cause you to have an accident. Oh, it's not even busy. Hit me up with a question. I'm late for my next appointment. Do we have a next question? Okay, here we go. Okay, now I'm stopping so I can read this. Good morning. Yes, good morning to you. I'm working with a 65-year-old man who whose charity insurance will expire on the 15th of the month. He currently resides in a church-run medical assisted facility. Yeah. Okay. All right. So my first question to you is, does he have access to Medicare? Did he work enough quarters to get Medicare since he's 65? He was previously homeless. He urgently needs a pacemaker, but is delayed because his insurance is about to end. Oh, crap. Okay. He has no income. Damn, that's even worse. He has no income. He's applied for disability benefits and reports a history of 3 heart attacks and a few heart-related issues. Ugh, God, this is a tough one. Well, people that are over 65 that have no Medicare, they can get ACA. They cannot have Part A and they cannot have Part B. So just so that you're aware of that. If they have no A, no B, oh, to make this thing even worse, he's a non-citizen with a 14-year work permit and states that he has over 30 years of work experience. Oh. Okay, very complicated scenario. So if he is a non-citizen, which means he does not have legal status, you're pretty much screwed with helping him with an ACA plan. Because in an ACA plan, they have to be legally here. Okay, they have to have legal status. If they're not a U.S. citizen, okay, they can be a permanent resident, have a green card, or have some other legal immigration status. A work permit, a work visa will work. Now, in my Smartbook, go get my Smartbook under immigration. I think that's the third main topic in my table of contents. I have the list of all the eligible immigration types and the documents you have to prove it. So if he has a work visa, there's information on that visa that you will have to enter to prove that he's legally here. Then you can go do an ACA plan. But now we got another problem on this ACA plan. No income. So what does that mean? The plan he's going to have access to, because no income does not disqualify you from getting an ACA plan. Okay. No income disqualifies you um, from getting assistance. Now, can you tell me what state this person is in? Did your state expand Medicaid? In the Smart Book, I also got a list of all the states that expanded Medicaid and the ones that um, did not. Now, Florida, okay, you're screwed. Texas and Florida did not expand Medicaid, which means this guy probably cannot get Medicaid. Oh, if you were in a state that did expand Medicaid, this person could get Medicaid, but not in Florida, not in Texas for sure. So, man, the only thing that you can do is this. is we don't care, or the process when you apply, they do not care what they made in 2024. So it's zero income for 2024. 2025, he's got to have at least $16,000 of income. So talking to this individual, if he's got the ability to make the 16K, and he confirms that he can make the 16K sometime this year, maybe he does odds and ends, maybe he works, that 16K will get him a $0 health plan with an extremely low out of pocket. So I would say that that's going to be your only solution. Okay, you got to talk to this guy and say, look, you're going to have to state here that you're going to get 16, that you're going to make it, that you're going to try to do everything you can to get the 16K. Okay, he says that. You go and apply and you do it. Here is going to be the question for those that do this stuff. Is let's say that he doesn't make it. Well, now he's got some tax consequences and he may have to pay that back. But here's the deal. You don't have to pay everything back. I have a video on my YouTube channel that you can search. It's called "I Make Too Little," and if you use that video, guys, look at that video. For people, they won't have to pay everything back, but they'll have to pay a very small portion back. So it's going to be important that that happens. But as you stated here, he has a pacemaker, so he won't be able to work. Then you're kind of, yeah, I mean, so many things that we can't take advantage of. That's just tough. I don't know what else you can do. I wish I had a solution for you. Maybe the solution is this charity insurance. Maybe find a way to see if they can get it again. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's go to DECA. Nico, what's up, dude? So, Nico, shoot, give me 1 minute, Nico. I'm in a little bit of traffic. Hold on here. All right. Back out of the traffic. Okay. So, Nico, good question. DECA's back on. Okay. So, it was, we could never write anybody who was a DECA recipient. Then September the 1st, it was game on. We could write them in September for November effective dates. Then there was a stay, an executive order, whatever stay that said, nope, we can't do it. And then we got notice that that stay was revoked. I guess I'm trying to use the right terminology. And now we're back again to where, yes, they can get so you can write DECA. You can write people who have DECA. So hell yeah, man, get back in the game and help these people out. You can write them. Good question. All right, guys, I got to roll. Hey, thank you for being on today's YouTube Live. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the questions. And again, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I got to roll. Thank you, guys. Ivan, were you in the live stream? I don't have that ability here.